Timekeeper.
I can do it. Shigemi.
Shigemi. Video indexing. Abdul is already doing it. What's her responsibility?
So
Razu.
Asif bhai, video indexer
Yes.
is not working me. I just trying to video broadcast. So anyone can choose video indexing.
Video indexing, you and Razu can do it.
Razu, when you are doing video indexing, make sure you have to estimate the time that video taking, please.
Yes, I think also Lucy can help on video indexing also.
Okay,
Then
you're correct.
I'll help also in timekeeping.
Timekeeping?
Just back up.
Okay. Just do backup because if you are real timekeeper, oh my god.
What happened? What happened?
No, she's very strict timekeeper, you know.
We should stand up once in a while.
Just joking, my dear. Just joking. Okay.
Yes.
No, she's very strict timekeeper, you know. Yeah, what? Ramsa, I can't hear you properly, I think. Okay. Okay, as we have allocated the task and we have
Through it, yeah? Done on that. Value tracking, we're going to.
value tracking. Anybody can help Albina?
Extra follow.
Albina, me and you can do it. Value tracking.
The results.
No. Session value tracking are shift. Okay. Okay, guys. I think it's time. It's a good time to check in.
Info indexer. We'll do it.
Info indexer. No one?
Yeah, I think I can do this info indexer.
Indexer is Abdul.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, are we done yet?
Are we done? Begins.
Okay, so yeah, the very first Central Asia session. Really excited, and I, must call up the names for check-in. I'll start number wise. I'll start from Raju from my side. Okay, Raju, can you please check in? Oh, great. He's on 7 today, so we can judge his excitement from his number. Okay, Mr. Abdul. Abdul bhai.
Yes, I'm really very happy today because our Central Asia at least happened, and this is the first time, and I'm really very happy also. And I need to give thanks for all members who are attend to join our session. So I'm also 7 today. Thank you.
great to know that Abdul is also on 7. That shows his excitement as well.
Yeah.
So, Joycey, can you please second?
Yes. We must be very happy every day. And thank you that I'm here. I was able to do it, to make it today. I'm also 6.5.
Okay, great. So, Jocelyn 6.5. Now we'll move to Shigemi, the last
Yes.
girl in the picture.
Hi everyone. I am pleased to be here in Central Asia's first cleaning session. I just had my dental surgery, so it's really hard for me to speak. But on top of it all, I am a 6 today.
Okay, great to know. Albina, can you check it, please?
Okay, yeah, so this is the first Asia. Okay. For the page.
Okay, I just call out Zillu's check-in really quickly. Zillu said that this is really great to see the 60 East section have a weekly session organized, and Zillu is on 5. Okay, now after Zillu check-in over the Skype, I'll move to Lucy, our dearest friend.
Hello guys, I'm happy to join this first super lecture session. I'm 5.
Great to know about Lucy. She's on 5. Okay, guys, it's my time now. I really admire the hard work of you people who made this session successful. I was expecting the same amount of people to join. Actually, this was started back before, I think 1.5 months before we have trying to get this session, but some some issues with it, some circumstances arranged that we cannot start the session. So yeah, I'm pretty much excited for this session. Especially, I really admire the people who, despite of getting misunderstanding among themselves, they have joined us. They have showed their courtesy. They have showed their honesty towards the community. I really admire you all people. I will not, shout out the names, but really, it feels me really pleasure to see you all people over here. And I'm on 7.5 today.
Great. Thank you.
So we have passed our, check-in process. And yeah, the main important thing now, desired outcome for this session.
Yes. So.
As I told you before, people, that this will be more than a session, okay?
Yeah.
So first 30 minutes, I will allocate towards some pinpoints of the organization. I'm not talking about FQN, I'm talking about the whole organizational structure and the importance of to understand what is management and what is the management required from their workers. I'm not talking, again, I'm saying that I'm not talking about FQN. I'm just giving a general review of getting organized from the management, right? So my desired outcome is to speak a little bit about managerial structure and the overcomes from the management. I'll write it from here. That
Managerial. Let's continue writing.
Okay, understand managerial structure overall. I would appreciate that people can, along with African community, people can contribute anything over here, whatever they like, regardless of work, whatever problems they are facing in their daily life. It's not life support, it's not like that. At least we should know that what problem a person is having, then we should try to get it solved. So any person can speak anything in this session. You are free to go. Whether you want to bang anyone, whether you want to hit anyone, I'm okay with that. I mean, I want to hit myself first.
So for my side, desired outcome will be we can get organized this Central Asia weekly session, and secondly, we can also discuss here our managerial shipment.
So,
So we can just split these two one Central Asia organizing, and the second one is managerial shipment for every second. So that will be two desired outcome.
okay. Okay, I want to make one more, but that will be a topic. I will come later to the topic. Okay, guys, anyone want to share anything?
Zulu has something else. Weekly goals for this 6th month.
Perfect, Zilubai. Okay, I just wanted to add one more thing over here,
JC,
which is
can you add any desired
which is
outcome?
focus on live work. Although this thing was, this thing was discussed with Raju as well about the client work and the FPN work. Both are important for us. I will let you know what our achievement or what we are trying to say when the topic will start. Guys, anything, any other desired outcomes? Lucy, Alvina, Igemi, Joycey?
And for me, I can say this outcome. I can say how to
Alvina, your voice is breaking up, so it's better
Hi.
you can write it down. Write it down.
Okay. You can get me.
Yeah, we can get you now.
Okay, what I'm saying is my desired outcome is to get the best way to solve conflict and issues that may arise up.
So this will come under conflict. Conflict. Evolution. Conflict evolution is final.
Yeah.
guys, can we move towards our topics, please?
Yeah.
Overall, but it will take, I think, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, yeah. Then we have got Central Asia. Yeah, this will take 10 minutes. This will take 10 minutes.
And also we can check the responsibility organizing how is going.
Hello guys, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, Eileen, can you just, check in quickly, please?
Okay. Hello guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sorry I'm late. Internet problem. Today I'm 6.5.
So Asiba, I think we have also Jay here.
Hello, Mr. Jay. I'm here as well. It's very early in the morning for me, but I wanted to check in for this first Central Asia session. I usually wouldn't be here, but I'll be here when I can, I guess. Things are pretty good. Probably like a 4.5. So, practice.
That makes me more excited that Jay joined us. Thank you, Jay, as it is, early in the morning. And really appreciate it.
So Asiba, can you expect any desired outcome from Jay in the session?
I think Jay is not in a position. That was my thinking is that he can speak it up. But if Jay wants to make any kind of profit or desired outcome, he's free to go on.
Okay.
Are we talking about desired outcomes and topics right now?
Yes, Jay.
Well, I just have two kind of like proposals related to personnel and senior leadership proposals, but that'll be a topic.
Come again, Jay.
Okay. It's on a senior leadership proposal. Yeah.
Sorry, repeat again. Yeah, I think Jay has already, put it as a topic for shift proposal. I think. Okay, I think we are, pretty much good for the topics. Or if anyone wants to add any more, or else we are fine to move.
So I think from my side it's a good priority topic. So we need
Yeah,
to
this will
we need to assign the time is a specific topic. We can add
responsibilities, organization, process evaluation, like okay. It will also take 22 minutes. So we focus on one, okay. I think this thing will take time. Okay, guys, any question on desired outcomes, or anyone wants to add more desired outcomes or topics?
no objection from my side.
Me too, I'm okay.
Yes, I
Okay,
am also
perfect. So I
okay.
think we are good enough to start now. I think Jay is in the middle of writing. No worries, we can wait for him.
No need to wait for me, I'm good.
Ah, great. Okay, guys. So first of all, as I told you all before, first of all, any question about the topics or any question on the desired outcomes? Do we all agree on this?
Yes, I agree.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Perfect. First of all, as I told you that I'm not talking about African community. So this is apart from African community. Okay. We should understand the management structure. Okay, and how management wants its workers to work, right? First of all, there is a whole hierarchy. There's a whole chart where starting from board of directors, coming MD, like CEO, and like sales team and marketing teams and individual and finance teams, like that. So this contains whole organization, okay? And this organization is managed by certain authorities, which we call our managers, which we can call our board of directors, which we cannot call CEO. Okay, what are the role of workers over there, or how management assign the task to their workers? Depending upon the organization, depending upon the structure of the or the product or the or the or the aim of the or the goal of the organization, management allocates certain tasks to their worker, and the workers have to fill it out. They are doing it respectively. Okay, but there are many challenges in working in an organization. Okay, we come to know about the contradiction. We come to know about the certain management problems. We come to know about what the problems, how this should be rectified, how this should be. First of all, we should understand one thing which is very much important, that management is always right. Whether you think it is wrong or whether you think it is right, no matter, management is always right. Suppose if one thing, if management has, allocate you a task, you have to do it, whether you like it, whether you don't like it. You are bound to follow the instructions of the management. The management will not follow your interest. You have to follow management interest to get the task done. Okay. Now, if you are assigned a task, okay, you are assigned a task, you are a worker, the task will be assigned by you, by his manager. Now, his manager will be responsible for the task done. Suppose I'll give you a simple example that in case giving me a task, okay, and I'm having 3-4 workers under me. Now, Jay will not directly coordinate with the workers because he's not authorized. I mean, not authorized is not the correct word. Jay is not, to bother with the workers because his direct line comes to me, and my direct line will come to the worker. If he's giving any task, it is my duty to get it accomplished, whatever the scenario is. Okay, and being a worker, it is your duty to get the task done. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it. Does this make sense? Do you people agree on this all?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now sometimes happen that people are from different moves, people are from different culture, from the different region. They don't match up. How this will affect management? This will not affect management, but the management will simply take a decision to either give the penalty or to fire them. Simple. It will not even, stake a hair of a management, not even single hair. Who will be in the loss? We people who are working, we will be in the loss. Whenever a certain task is assigned to you people, you should have to do it. Whether you people like it, whether you people don't, at the end, your motive is to justify your things, right? Your people is not to justify your personal things, because in the beginning, you have agreed to the policies what company wants from you. In the last, I would say only this, that if any individual over here and over outside the community, whatever the task or whatever the responsibilities, defined to you by your senior managers, by your senior management, or by your senior, board of directors, you have to accomplish it. Whether you people like it, whether you people don't. So that's the pretty much simple thing. Do you get the idea? Now, if you will implement this thing, if you implement this thing into the FPL community, I have seen, honestly speaking, I was silent for the past 3-2 months. Okay, but now this is a right time to say, I've seen many people who are working. I do admire them. I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm not pinpointing anyone over here. Okay, neither I'm taking any kind of name. I've seen many people who are doing their work, but they are not completing it. Either they don't understand it, either they don't want to follow it, whatever the reason. We don't care about it, or Jay don't care about it. At last, what is the objective of Jay is to get the work done. That's as simple as it is. Now, in the future, I think Steve or maybe Lucy, they are making a structure where each and every responsibility assigned to a particular person will be monitored, whether that responsibility assigned to that particular person is done or not. So this will be a great problem for you. You have to, get yourself respected. That's what my perspective was. That was the, thing which I want to discuss in front of you all people. Because after all, we have to make this community strong. We have to make our organization strong as well. We have to make ourselves very much strong. And that will only be done whenever we will do our responsibilities, do our tasks, do our work in a correct manner, and then just to justify our salary as well. I mean, if I'm not doing work and simply coming and attending the session, do you people think that I'm justifying my salary? No, I'm not. I'm not. Until unless the things which are under my jurisdiction, are under my responsibility, are accomplished. So that's it from my side. If anyone wants to add something, they are free to go. No, nothing.
I can add some
Come on, people. Yes.
I think it's helpful to just write out the structure here, so I just copy and paste the notes. So overall, it's definitely true that as workers, the whole context of why we are workers is because we're doing the work of the higher levels, right? So the higher levels are like the Venus session, which is the executives, right? Venus sessions. The management sessions are the Mercury sessions, right?
Yeah.
The board of directors is going to be at the Earth session, and the membership is the Mars session, which just happened. Basically, the idea is that individual workers and buddy teams and even section teams are under the guidance and support of the core teams. But of course, we are also members, right? So everybody who's a worker is also a member, and therefore has power to appoint the board of directors and oversee the executives and hold the whole system accountable. But also the public can also become a member, and therefore we're all publicly accountable as well. So we just have to remember that we're here to be of service to the priorities and the goals of the public and the whole membership of the network. And that's why we're being paid to do work along with supporting the work of the client. But we ourselves are also members, so we're if you take on the manager role, for example, I'm a manager and I manage things, but I'm also a worker. I work my ass off. I'm one of the most hardest workers here, and we're all also taking on manager positions, and we can assign the work to ourselves, or we can assign the work to others, but we need to always be in that manager hat where we're following through to make sure the work is done, as well as assigning the work to ourselves and doing the work ourselves as well. So it goes both ways. Check. And so you guys want to be holding, all the levels above you accountable as well, and just making sure that things are going to fall through. Check. And thank you, Issy.
And just to start that, this is just to add more into Jay's conversation, that this is just a start. Okay, as soon as the new members will come, okay, the position of the old members will grow. Okay, they will come to the high level, and they will get paid for it. Okay, and as along with the payment, the responsibilities will definitely increase. Okay, so this is just a start. Okay, and I want to see you all people on the high level, and get the work done from the workers or something like that. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm agree with this.
Yeah. Yes, I will. Please up for this topic.
I was just expecting Jocelyn for the timekeeping, Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at least spent 10 minutes for this topic.
Good. Thank you, Jocelyn. And okay, we are moving towards us. The next topic, which is Central Asia Quintet. I think, Abdul, you mean Central Asia Sextet Organizing.
Excuse me, who is putting estimate time? That is not the right time. Supposed to be not time.
How many minutes, Lucy?
Yeah, don't put 10. Put 13.
13. Yeah, it's written 13. Where? On the topic or where?
That's estimated.
Okay, so we need to move this.
Are you talking on the topic or where?
No. I'm just talking to someone who is doing with index.
Oh.
Okay, yes, Abdul.
Yes, I think Central Asia Quintet need to organizing. If have any opportunity, if we can increase our budget members, like as we have 4 members right now, but I don't know if the budget for the new recruitments, what is the budget. So if that possible, we can uh, recruit the new members uh, if the budget is okay. And also we need to focus our uh, timely works, like as every week we assign a priority task, and even assign our priority task, and we need to fulfill that assign a priority task on that week. That will be fine also. And we also need to focus our goal. So this is that is from my side on Central Asia, or anyone can add here if they something add here, that will be fine, I think.
Jay, can you assist us on this, that while assigning a task or priority, we should, we should take the personal names over here and we should add on the names over here and allocate the responsibilities, or we will just write the responsibilities and we'll move on.
You guys should duplicate the setup responsibilities verification spreadsheet for the Central Asia link that. You guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know about the setting up of a team? This would be for the spreadsheet. So if every single team should have a spreadsheet that they're set up, spreadsheet verification of all the different responsibilities that need to get done for each sextant team. You guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you are saying that we have to create a duplicate of that spreadsheet responsibility organizing process, right?
Well, it's not the responsibility organizing process. It's the team setup. It's the steps and processes and responsibilities and projects that need to happen for each team to get set up. Does that make sense? Do you guys need me to link it, or do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I think I got that document. I've got the idea right now.
Well, I mean, I can actually just link it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I can link it here.
Ooh. Wait, let me link it first, and you can see whether it is right or not.
Okay. Now, but we have one for the Sonic team, we have one for the Andromeda team, we've got one for the Austrasia team. So it's just the, it's just this.
No, that I know that. So that I know that. You can link it to it.
Okay. And we should link all of them to the responsibilities doc. I'll see what I can put together here for you guys. All this responsibility organizing training videos should probably go under responsibility organizing as opposed to just the worker coordination. Organizing information. Responsibilities. Whatever all the responsibility organizing training should be, that should be found here. Where's the responsibilities spreadsheet? Alright, so this is the doc I was looking for. Let's go ahead and make sure this is linked to other docs. Alright, so here we have team setup verification spreadsheet. There should be one for Andromeda team, Sonic team, Australia team, etc., etc. Already exists. Already exists. So let's find the Sonic team one. I'll go to the Sonic team. I know the Andromeda one exists. Huh. There the that would be a task that can be done. So we go to our notes here for now. One task could be to verify and check on each team's spreadsheet verification, spreadsheet responsibility verification, and link to list of responsibilities. So anyways, if we go back to the one that we do know of, which is the full team set of responsibilities verification, this has the list of responsibilities that would happen for all, like setting up all various. Weird. I'm not sure exactly why you have high priority transmitting or whatever, but this would be for the core team. What was that? Global core team. You can duplicate this and copy. Very confused. Why would have FQM payroll and exit payroll things like that? Doesn't make any sense. Well, obviously this is a little bit behind, like we've made a big mess of it, so another responsibility could be to update and organize the team set of responsibilities.
Two minutes left for this topic.
I mean, I active my thing here. I link it here. It's obviously not organized very well because the other ones, it's not very clear what's going on with the team checklist for getting organized. So I'm not sure what else to say about that, but it should be really clear. And we should prioritize. Maybe we can add that to a next step as well. Can someone add that to next steps? You guys even know what that means?
Next step on organization.
Here it is. We go the internal environment team setup plan. Right here. This is it. So this is the full team goal, coaching responsibilities, virtual solution spreadsheet. I don't know why it wouldn't be the Andromeda version of this, right? There should be an Andromeda version of this. I don't know why that doesn't exist. And then we reviewed the Andromeda team setup. So this is all Andromeda team. This should be reviewed and done for every single team. So here's the Andromeda setup. So the task would be to duplicate the Andromeda team setup back for each team. I'm not sure why it wasn't already done. And then we need this spreadsheet, responsibilities verification for setup, routine setup. Be simple and straightforward, and then based on the doc, one for each team. I mean, do you guys understand this? I don't know. I'm surprised that it's not already extremely organized. I mean, we set this up a long time ago, and it looks like just no one did it or followed through with it. Like, every single team's supposed to have a setup doc that lists all of the setup things that need to happen for every single team, and then that's also supposed to be in a verification spreadsheet that verifies that everything has been accomplished to get the setup correctly, including having a main doc, or the main super team doc, and notes doc, and the decisions doc, and all the different docs, etc., etc. Get the team organized.
Okay, I understand.
And there's going to be the team equity spreadsheets, which has never happened. Like, no one's ever doing the team equity, so that's still not done for any team. Those responsibilities, team communications, planning goals. This we do obviously at our sessions. Priority organizing, evaluation, accountability for each team, management for each team, documentation systems. Team identity, every team needs to have its own name. Is anyone facilitating, or what's going on?
Yes, I'm here.
Time is up for this topic.
Okay. Jay, just to get me out of confusion, this spreadsheet you're talking about, the person spreadsheet which we have created, we evaluate the people's level about the understanding of responsibility organization.
Are you asking me a question? What?
Yes. Just you have written the spreadsheet responsibility verification. Are you talking about the same spreadsheet which we have created for the personal evaluation?
Which spreadsheet is that?
Asif, I think that is a different spreadsheet. That one is only for evaluating people who organize responsibilities, if they understand how to do it or not.
Okay.
And that's just to verify to make sure each individual knows how to do responsibility organizing, which is required for level 3.
All right.
But this is just a spreadsheet and a doc that lists all of the responsibilities and things that need to happen for every single team. It's really that simple. I'm surprised that you guys don't already know all about that since it's been ongoing for 5 or 6 months. It's obviously just not very organized and people aren't really paying attention to it. But we should bring it up every week.
Okay. Are we done, Jay? Can we move or?
Okay.
Okay, Abdul, you have written that this will be the we will have a weekly goals for this section.
Uh, yes, I think in this sextant we have no body team scheduling, but we have senior manager shipment body team shipment individual session. So I think it's better if we discuss what are the responsibilities of the in this individual sextant managerial post, so that every manager can do fulfill their responsibilities in this sextant manager shipment time. Like as tomorrow my managerial shipment start on 2:30 p.m. In my time. So is I just ask a question: is there uh, any other top priority in this during this managerial shipment? So if I have assigned that responsibilities and priorities, so that will be fine, so that we can complete that priorities and responsibilities.
There's something from Zillow. Okay, what he understands, and I'm just pasting it over here. Do you get it, Abdul?
Yeah.
Abdul?
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I from my side it's okay, and I just ask her if I just asking Jay because in this sextant managerial post we spend every manager we spend 5 hours each day. Is there any other top priorities for their sextant manager?
Besides what?
Like as I have 5 or 6 responsibilities and priorities, and this is our existing. But tomorrow I take this new position like as managerial shipment sextant. So is there any other priorities or responsibilities for this when I taking that managerial shipment session? So is there any other responsibilities or priorities, new priorities on or responsibilities? Can you assign please?
I guess I don't really understand your question. I mean, there's the senior managership position, which is like 3 or 4 pages, so you can read in detail all of the priorities and all of the responsibilities of the senior manager position. So if you don't have that link, I can send it to you. Also, we have all of our overall priorities and our urgent essentials that all need to get done. And then from there, the senior manager position is basically like a rotating president and CEO, like for emergency and urgent decisions during that time period. So anything that comes onto your desk and your table during that time, you give it. So and be available, be on call. So I'm not sure what else needs decide that.
In today's morning, Asif bhai, me and Jillu, we verify our signal manager managerial shipment, and we are now for mine is now green, and I am available to take this role. So this is the here. So this.
Abdul, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Jay, can you see my screen? So today we, Asif bhai, me and Jillu, we just finalize our senior managerial shipment scheduling. And we are.
Why do you guys have on Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? It has Dilu and Abdul midweek check-in, and then you have Asif and Dilu midweek. What's going on with that on Friday, Saturday,
on Friday, Saturday, Asif bhai may be available to 3 hours maybe, and then Jillu bhai continue the left 2 hours. So that's why total 5 hours maybe. So that's why 2 members choose this Friday, Saturday.
Just simple. You can assist on it.
Well, I mean, there should be one person except for the midweek check-in. So the midweek check-in would be the only day that would have the overlap, and each one would be 3 hours, and the hour overlap would be the midweek check-in session. But as far as Friday, Saturday, it should just be one person. If neither Abdul nor Zilu can do it, then it would go to the fourth person. Or go to somebody else who's able to do it.
Okay, good.
Jay, what's about the Africa? Not in agreement on that.
Well, let's finish up with the Central Asia. And also I want to mention that we're not talking about weekly goals right now. We're talking about the senior managership position, which is very important. But you guys understand that Friday, Saturday, that it would need to just be one person and not 2 people?
Abdul, can you change it, please?
And so in the calendar, it's perfectly fine. So you could say that this next, Saturday, the person who's supposed to do the shift isn't available the whole time. So if Steve takes the first half, Zila takes the second half, that's perfectly fine to break it out. And there'll be days where nobody can do it, and then it'll just revert to the next person. But does that make sense? That in the actual schedule, you just have the one person, but in the calendar, you could change it depending on who's available, right? So even if Abdul's not available Wednesday, Thursday, and Asif Brazil or someone else takes up the shift, in the calendar it'll still say Abdul. I mean, in the schedule it'll still say Abdul for Wednesday, Thursday, but that particular day is taken by Asif Brazil. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that would be the calendar.
Yes, understand. Jay.
So the schedule is always the same, regardless of who's actually taking the shift temporarily for that single day.
Okay.
Okay.
So the entire schedule needs to be put in the calendar. That's going to be another responsibility part of the calendar. And we want to really quickly review. You guys have any other questions on the Central Asia and Middle East one, or do you want to quickly review the Africa?
Yes, sir. No, from my side, I have no question, Jay.
Okay, but can you make Friday, Saturday yellow? That's a problem.
Okay, so I just make it yellow, and I in my understanding, if available, like us, if Asif bhai is available, then in this Friday, Saturday, we can make it green. Right, Jay? One person, not 2 person, in this Friday, Saturday.
Abdul, I think you can just choose one person.
Yes. So
If Zulu is
so
present,
Asif
he's
bhai,
going to
I
take
just
over.
Asif bhai,
If
are you?
Asif is present, he's going to only one person there.
Yeah, I understand.
Just
Lucy
put
also.
yellow, you will discuss.
Okay.
Right. And then also, it would make sense that a seat would be in your midweek check-in. So your midweek check-in should be a seat, and either Abdul or Zilo, but all three of you really should be at the midweek check-in for the hour. But it should be a seat, and Abdul number 1 and 2. So yeah, try to figure that out. But overall, it looks pretty good.
Okay, Jay, I will also
Okay,
change.
Abdul.
Yeah.
One thing I just want to add that for the managerial position, job description, I add the link on the session. You can review the link as well. Okay, here in the doc you can see senior manager position job description now.
Okay.
So you will get a better idea for the position.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay, over to you.
And there is one other thing here, and again, we're not talking about that. Right now, we're talking about senior manager, the position. But really quickly, we do want to create how do I create that? It's always have settings. I would create a new web robot apps. Supposed to be similar to the Buddy Team Workblog and accept this.
Okay, our word block for senior manager, we will not include in our word block, normal word block. We will create a separate spreadsheet for that.
You should still put it into your own work report. All of it, everything goes to your work report. But your senior manager shift is really more of like a work credits. They'll think of performance work credits, and then it's also going to go into like we want to make sure people are logging it correctly. So I'm just really quickly note here. Let me share my screen as well. So on the spreadsheet for teamwork hours and pay, and I do believe we do need to create a new month. September 10th to October 14th is now old. So
Yeah, Jay, I will do that. I will do that for the new month.
So then down here, basically, we have assigned work hours, client, F2 and plan for deliverables. So this would be like maybe we could just like combine output, client F2 and output. Maybe that would make the most sense. So I'll just play around with this last week here. But for week 5, I'd say the easiest thing to do is maybe just make this output. And then do deliverables. And then we have like other slash. Anyways, you guys can do that and have it like you want to list your senior manager time here so there's bonus hours. You get additional pay for that.
Yes. Okay, Jay.
Okay, Jay, I want to ask, what someone who is not a senior manager and I'm working there, then I'm not a senior. Is that person also recording because as a bonus?
No, of course not. Absolutely not. They're not. It's not. There's the senior managership is only one person at any time. It's only a single person. It's basically like a temporary CEO or president role. But we'll get to that eventually. But as far as the people doing individual work sessions and they get on the buddy team, they get on the hangout and do a buddy team with the senior managership, that's perfectly fine. But they would only be doing like an hour or whatever, you know, and doing their individual work. Or you can task them to do something, but that's totally separate. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so only 2 senior managers are supposed to record their time? Or one person?
There's only one person at any time who is the senior shift manager, and they would be temporarily basically the CEO or the president of the organization. Does that make sense?
Now, for the case of Bill, Steve, and Zil, during the shifts, who is going to record? Now, the senior manager who is asleep, right?
So right now, Asif would be the senior manager, right?
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's the question? There's only at any time there's only one senior manager. So right now, if we all stop the session and we all stop, Asif is not only supposed to continue, he would be required to continue his work and be on call for anyone in the public, and he would stay on the main hangout and just make sure that and then he would pass it off to the next senior shift manager and they would overlap. Does that make sense? There's only one at any one time. There's only one person who's in charge.
Okay.
And so anytime you have a senior shift manager, you overrule the senior shift manager, it takes 2 people of higher rank. So it would need, like, it would be like, you know, me and Abdul or something like that to overrule SC. Right? So if you're either the number 1 or number 2 senior shift manager, nobody can directly overrule you without a team vote or an executive vote. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, what about, for example, I worked last week for 3 shifts, and James was not there and he was supposed to maybe record the hours. Should I have to record it as a bonuses or I just leave it at my normal time?
I'm a little confused. It's going to go in your normal time and it's also bonus time. It's both.
Okay.
Because you get up to an additional $250 per month for doing the senior management certificate. And then also when we start recording the senior manager shifts in the new spreadsheet, someone can take this on. So it's going to create a spreadsheet and then have the spreadsheet with, you know, the time, and that people actually need to do their shift. Like, you know, the question would be, did Steve actually do a shift today, or is he just here for the session? There's a big difference. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so can you answer that? See, did you actually do your senior managership today, or are you just here for the session?
Well, actually, my time starts at 2:30 Asia time. So it's in between the session now.
Okay, well, let's clarify that because that should be really clear. So if somebody wants to make this spreadsheet, they can. Otherwise, I'll just do it because that'll help things as well.
No, see, what I understand, this session is not included in the senior manager shift, right?
And we're going to double check that right now. All right, so if I go to the new Geodecant schedule, which is our new schedule that we're working with, it'll tell us exactly when the senior managership is and starts and who's kind of doing it. That would be Monday, Tuesday.
Jan, we're now on Sunday and Monday, not Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, Sunday, Monday.
Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
It is supposed to be Monday, Tuesday. You guys will just
Sunday, Monday.
So this is our
Or just at the very end of Sunday, Monday, I'm assuming. But it depends. So let's see here. So right now it is 3 a.m. Right here.
Yeah, and our time is 3 p.m.
3 p.m. and
Yeah.
is 3 p.m. And so the actual shift started at 2:30. So the shift started 45 minutes ago.
Yes.
Does that make sense to see? So you guys' Central Asia session is scheduled during the Central Asia duodecade, but the shift itself is the Middle East sextant, so it starts halfway through at 2:30, which already happened, because right now it should be 3:15. It's like 45 minutes ago.
Wait. I think I'm confused. I'm not able to understand properly. So, this Central Asia session, this will include in my senior managership, or it will be, I will include this time or not, I will exclude this time.
It's irrespective of the sessions going on. So the senior managership is a position that is passed on from person to person, and they're the highest level executive. They'll be like the CEO or the president, right? That's passed on throughout, and eventually it'll be 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Sibai, hear you.
Yes.
And staying with did you actually do it today, you know? Or if you're just here for the session, there's a big difference. So you would continue it all the way through to it would be till 5:30.
5:30, yeah.
What about geography?
So your Africa would be Monday, Tuesday, so C, so that overlaps to rather one. So let's see.
So can you share your screen, please, Jay?
What?
Can you share your screen, please?
Okay. Try this share. Can you guys can't see my screen? Let me try again.
I'm not seeing your screen, Jay.
It says there's an error. Hold on a second.
Okay.
So JB is that from 2:30 to 7:30 will be, and Albina will overlap me, right?
Yes, Albina is available with us back today.
So, do you guys have? I don't seem to have the actual spreadsheet. Did someone link to the spreadsheet?
Second senior manager shift scheduling, Jay?
Yeah, can you link that?
Yeah, I sent the link in hang on, please check.
Not sure why I don't have it. And so Albina comes after these. So, so it goes Asif, in Albina. Right?
Yes, yes.
So if I come here to the Bureau schedule on Monday, Tuesday, go to my seat, and then I start seat to Albina.
Yes.
Seat now level 4. And then this would be Albina. Albina. Somewhere Albina should be taking a break. And then this would overlap Albina. To so we don't have anyone coming after Albina. Okay?
Yes, yeah, understand that.
So I think it'll also help you guys to understand by creating this new document. So it's a new spreadsheet. So this is going to be the senior manager in charge. Everybody is a senior manager. When you're actually in charge, right? So you can have 12 senior managers or more. But when you're actually in charge, you take on the position of basically like the CEOs, the president, or have a temporary executive, an emergency spot, and eventually have a budget and everything, emergency spot. Urgent decision making, right? So, this would be like the name, the start, time, stop time, end time, progress. All there is, right?
Yeah.
Maybe some notes. I'm going to write some notes down, but there's not much to it. It's basically just like what time I start, what time I stop, and the notes, right? So, there's one other aspect of it that's a little confusing, but so basically, I would say that there's one other aspect would be like I know you can say rules. Okay. Call. So basically, let's say you have so ideally we would know exactly what happened. So let's just go through really quick, and I think it will help have some more clarity. So there haven't been a lot of shifts that have been filled yet, correct? Can you hear me? Am I just having my
Yes, Jay, we
I'm
hear
here.
you.
Can you guys speak? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Jay, we heard you.
Yeah, Jay. But I think your screen is freezed, I think.
Hello?
Yes, Jay. Yes,
Yes,
Jay.
Jay, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay, we hear you.
Okay, so I was just trying to ask if anyone has done their shift already. Like I know Lucy did a shift, Asid's doing a shift now. Has anyone else done their shifts?
I
Or
think
last
that
week?
last week Lucy have done this shipment. Uh, Lucy already done last week.
Alright, so can we write that down in the notes? I can't even find the notes right now. All over the place. Alright, the notes. Here we go. Okay, so why is this heading 3? That should not be heading 3, I think. So most people who did senior group shifts. Okay. Lucy, anyone else? Lucy is starting now. So Lucy, what days did you do your shift?
I do 3 days. It was Monday,
Monday
Wednesday, and Saturday. Monday,
and
Wednesday, and Saturday.
so Lucy's done 3 shifts. Okay. Good. So if you can write the dates down, so what's the date? So Monday, which date? The role would be default.
Date 9, Monday, date 9. Then date 12.
Can
Then
you write it down? Okay, there you go. Nice.
date 14.
So
Then 14.
So Lucy,
9, 12, 14.
Lucy, it's better if you just linking here this 3 days doc. Doc means notes. It will be fine also. Is that possible?
I live with that.
And also the new spreadsheet that created by Jay today.
So let's see. What time does it start again? So it starts at 8:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. UTC. 12:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And then you have there's the room manager slash shift slash CEO slash press, right? So to do this, that time would be Monday, October 9th at 12:30 p.m. And then it stops at Monday, October 9th at 5:30 p.m. Is that correct, Lucy?
Yeah.
So if Lucy had taken a break when she's on break, she might pass it off to a another worker, whoever's next in line, and then that or next in line in the rankings, and then that person would take on the shift while Lucy might be on call for like a half an hour or whatever. So you can have, there can be a what's called an acting CEO/pres when someone is on break. Okay? So then starting at Monday, October 9th at 5:30 p.m., right, it would go back to Jen. And why does it go back to me? Because I'm the highest ranking. So it automatically goes to the highest ranked person would be on call. Right? So, and then this would go until Wednesday the 12th, right?
Yes.
Then you go to Wednesday, October 12th at 12:30 p.m. UTC. And then you do senior shift manager, Lucy, starting on Wednesday, October 12th. And that went to Wednesday, October 12th at this time here. You guys seeing what I'm doing here or not?
Yes, we can see it on the sheet.
So then on Wednesday, October 12th at 5:30 p.m., it obviously goes back to me as the default. And then from there, you have, going back over here. So this was Tuesday, Wednesday, and then, so it says Albina instead of Lucy, but I think you changed it. So then I did the, starting at 8:30 p.m. Right, so then this would be here Wednesday the 12th to 8:30 p.m. No, this is not right. This is 5:30. Right, so then at 8:30 p.m., I actually took on the actual position, my senior manager position, so it's slightly different but similar, until Wednesday, October 12th at, what time did I finish my position? I finished it at 1:30 a.m. And so at that time, we went back to the default position. It's still me, but it's like a slightly different position. And then that went on until Saturday. Saturday, October, what day was that? 14th?
Yeah, 14.
At 12:30 p.m. And this was the time that Lucy took over again. And then here at 5:30 on Saturday. And then at 5:30 on Saturday, then it was me again until today. So this was, now it'll be, if we go back here, so right now it is a seat, and it's Monday, 8:30 a.m. UTC. Is that correct?
No.
No, not correct? No, I have 8:30 a.m. UTC.
Yes, 8:30 a.m.
Yeah. So this would be it would be Monday, October 16th.
16,
At
8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m. UTC, and this is the time that it seems taking over the position. It would be the senior manager shift.
Yes. And this is continued. This.
And then it's ongoing until the stop time. So let's say a seat needed to take a break, and you had another person here who was available. If he took a break, then the other person could be temporarily an acting CO while a seat took a break, and then a seat would be on call. So the way that would look, you would have an acting senior manager /CEO/Prez, and then that would be like, let's say Abdul was around or something, right?
Yes.
And then he might take over for just a half an hour, right? It might be from like 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Right? And that's 11 a.m. Right?
This is.
And then during that time, a seat would be on call. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, Jay.
Yes, Jay.
So the seat needed to take a break, but someone else was acting, be serving on behalf of a seat while a seat was taking a break, but a seat would be on call. If someone's not on call, then you would basically go to the next level for the senior manager if they're not contactable. But the point is that eventually we're going to get to the point where there's constantly a handoff and there's always somebody in charge. And basically after a seat, it would revert back to me unless somebody else took the position. The reason it reverts back to me is because I have the highest level election. I'm number one in the election. So it just automatically goes to whoever is the highest ranked person in the election. Then it goes down from there. Okay?
Okay, Jay, as you can see in the sheet, the spreadsheet, I've written the hours, okay? Now the Lucy has spent 5 hours on Monday, and then it automatically transfers to you for 9 hours. Okay?
No, that would be, so I would say number of hours worked for a senior manager shift. So this is, so we don't care about, let's just say worked senior manager shift hours. Right, so we, yeah, so this would be, yeah, exactly, perfect.
Okay.
So right now you would be, you're at like 1 hour. Let's see, there's 5 hours. Does that make sense? And then I did 5 hours here. So I did one set of 5 hours, but that was my shift. But the other times I'm just by default the CEO of Prez during that particular time. That make sense?
Okay, okay, but Jay, if we will work for 5 hours, 3 days a week, it is coming 15 hours. How we will justify our 20 hours?
It actually works out to 18. So it's 3 times 5, and then you have one overlap, but of 3, so it's 18 hours total.
Okay, okay, and we are having a midweek session as well. Okay, got it, Jay. Thank you.
The midweek section is the 3-hour overlap, and there's a 1 hour overlap in between the 2 people. And anyone else would be there for like the midweek section. The midweek check-in would be the first 3 hours would be number 1, the second 3 hours would be number 2, and then the overlap, the other people would show up for just the overlap, which would be 1 hour long for just midweek check-in to prepare for the weekly main session.
Got it, Jay. So it will be from senior to down level. Okay, got it.
So we've never done like the acting role, but eventually we will have that more often. And obviously during active sessions, there just always needs to be somebody in charge, even when the senior shift manager has to leave for break or needs to take a leave absence, or for example, your electricity goes out, right? So electricity goes out. Who is in charge, right? So it should be really clear who would default to, who's the next person in ranking, and then they would be the acting manager. Does that make sense?
Yes, Jay, understand.
Yes, Jay.
If I'm not around, technically speaking, there could be an active manager, and then I would automatically be on call, right? As the default, I'd be like default on call. So I think that's pretty much it.
Time is up.
Yeah.
And also, Yes, I've been there.
Just submit.
Okay, Jay. Only now here, Sid is going to record the hours, or even Abdul.
You said the senior manager, so Asif.
I'm asking because we have two of them there.
Well, I was confused. Say what?
I'm asking, is it only Asif who is going to record the hours for Central Asia? Is the only manager there, or there are two?
There's always only one senior manager at any particular time, and there's only one CEO, one president. So it's just a single position that's passed off in real time, and there's always only one.
So, like, what about tomorrow? Abdul has it is now Abdul who is going to record
Record what?
the time that he's working on.
Yeah. So this would just be the log that each person just logs their time when they're doing it, and then who they're passing it off to, so that it's clear who's our guys. And then from there, it's you just log your own hours, and then again, it needs to go in your work report as well. And there needs to be work report credits. So you're doing it individual sessions. Your actual work is your individual session, or your buddy team sessions, or whatever main session is going on at the time. But you're getting additional work credits for the senior manager shift.
Okay. I just still want to ask another question, because now I understand that Sifi and Abdul never senior managers. What about Zulu? If Zulu work, is he supposed to record the hours?
Definitely, yeah. So Zulu is let's see here. I have Asif, Abdul, Asif. I mean, the main issue is just your midweek check-in. Like your midweek check-in should be with Asif and Abdul, because Asif's number one, Asif Iqbal's number one, Abdul's number two. So your midweek check-in should technically be with Asif and Abdul. But if Zulu is going to take a shift, which is perfectly fine, if either Asif or Abdul is not able to take the shift, right, then that would be Zulu, right? Additionally, anytime that Asif, or anytime that Abdul or Asif couldn't make their shift, they could ask Zulu to cover their shift for them, and that would go in the calendar, not the schedule. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Right. So the entire schedule, with the C, for example, right now it should be and we should add into the calendar, and we're going to make a whole calendar for this with the senior managerships, and then you can change any particular day or time. Like, let's say one day Asif can only do 3 hours, and then the second 2 hours would be Abdul or Z. You would put that in the calendar, not the schedule, right? So in the calendar, you can change around who's doing it and whatever on a daily basis, whereas this is this schedule that's basically until the next election. So the schedule doesn't change unless there's a direct full change overall, like people's schedules change, but on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, the calendar can always change. And if someone doesn't show up, it automatically changes, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if someone just doesn't show up, and then it automatically reverts to the next ranking person, and you have an acting shift manager, they can take on that role. It doesn't matter who that is, right? And if no one takes on that role, and it's just like blank, and it's waiting for it, and it's vacant, then it automatically reverts to me as being the default CEO Prez, because I am the #1 ranked in the elections. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're just an acting role, you're not really getting extra bonus hours. The bonus is only for someone who's a scheduled senior shift manager, and it's scheduled in the calendar. If it's not scheduled and or in the calendar, then you're just acting, and then it wouldn't count as the senior shift manager position. Okay.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Time for toilet break or water break.
Can you now check for your Africa?
Okay. So what's the question about your Africa?
How we can allocate ourselves? Who's supposed to take the shift first?
Well, it says here Albina is ranked #1. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So Albina gets to choose the first one. So we have Albina for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and then she's also overlapped. Albina only 2 hour available. Oh, but this is the main weekly session. Huh. Okay, so if Albina is only available for 2 hours, the main weekly session is the most